morning. Welcome to BeerTengoku's 3 Beer Thursday, but as you can see I've made a slight miscalculation. It's a bit more than 3 beers. We're looking at beers for Valentine's. By the time this video comes out, Valentine's would have gone, but when you have a couple of kids who demand all your time, it's very hard to try and get time to make a video. But also, you might notice I'm wearing this t-shirt, this sweater. In later videos on this series, it might have changed. Mainly because anybody's going to drink 7 beers in one night is asking for trouble. So I'm going to start off with some of them, see how many I get through in this part, then make a second part. We've got the Sankt Gallen Annin chocolate stout. This is a chocolate stout that Sankt Gallen bring out every year, but this year they've added almonds to make Annin tofu like flavoured dessert. Next up, we've got the Baeren chocolate stout. Simple, effective, delicious. Okay. We've got the milk stout. Now this differs slightly in that it uses lactose. As you can see there, it uses lactose to make this one. And next one, we've got a particular favourite of mine, is this. It's the Shonan beer chocolate porter. It's going to go in there. And just to finish up, we have this special box, which is from Swan Lake. So I'm going to start off with this, the Annin chocolate stout, and see you in a bit. So this is the first beer, the Annin chocolate stout. As you can see from the colour, it's got a nice pitch black colour with a slightly tanned head just there. Show you the last little sticker as well. Cheers. Whoa, straight away you can smell the booziness from it. It's potent. It's only 6%, it's quite strong mind. But it doesn't have the almondy aroma to it. Definitely a peculiar nutty aroma. Tastes like marzipan. I don't like marzipan. I hate marzipan. That's marzipan in stout form. You know, it's not bad. I mean, if you like marzipan, you like this. I don't like marzipan. Why am I still drinking it? Because I paid for it. But yeah, if you've had the orange chocolate stout from a few years back, that was a very smoky orange twang to me. And Joe wrote a great review about it, and I tried it for the first time last week, which had been February the 10th, and his review was spot on. This, very similar to it, smoky flavour to it in the back end, but it's just marzipan. So, got through it, and in chocolate stout, you know, still hate marzipan. Had some nice chocolate coffee flavours to it, but yeah, I would smash this over my head, or maybe crush it like I did in the Crafty Beers article, but Joe advised me not to do it because we're not covered under insurance. So up next, we're going to go for this. It's the Baeren chocolate stout. And the interesting thing about this is Baeren also make a aged version of this that we have in the beer fridge to drink at a later date. Now, this weighs in at 6.5%, and unlike other chocolate beers which tend to use chocolate powder, cocoa powder, this actually uses bitter chocolate. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so as you can see here, it's produced kind of a cloudy-esque body. It looks in this light brownish black. Definite chocolate boozy aroma to it. A little nutty. One thing to remember is if you do drink these beers, please don't drink them straight from the fridge. Let them warm up. This has been sat out of the fridge for probably about 30 minutes now. It's still a little bit cold. I would probably let it warm up a bit longer. Straightforward, slightly bitter, chocolate, a little bit of a thin body going on, but compared to this, the Annin chocolate stout, compared to this, it's probably more drinkable, I should say. It's probably one that's not going to evoke much of a response of you going, oh my god, what is this? Not bad. Up next, I think, I don't know. Yeah, I do know actually. It's going to be this, the milk chocolate stout. So rather than drinking this chocolate stout straight away, I wanted to compare it against this milk stout from Baeren. The interesting thing is this one has made a comeback this year. It was first released back in 2010 according to their website, but again, not much information about it. The reason it differs is even though it's a milk chocolate stout, it uses a bit of lactose, but it uses mostly milk chocolate in it. So that's going to be an interesting one. As you can see, it's come out kind of a dark colour. Again, this has been left outside of the fridge for about 30 minutes. As you can see, the chocolate stout's lost its head. There's the funky logo for BeerTengoku. It's got a much lighter nose to it. It's definitely not as bold as the chocolate stout. It has a slight vanilla nose to it, slight vanilla kick as well. I honestly can't really taste a distinct chocolate. I was kind of hoping for a real chocolate feel from these two beers, but it seems that it's got lost. Now, these aren't bad beers by any means. They solid chocolate stouts, but if you've ever had, say for example, the Young's double chocolate stout, that gives you a real strong chocolate creaminess to it, that it's a dessert beer. You're going to have one of those, you're done. You might have two, but then you might want to vomit from excess chocolate. But these two lack that fullness to them. They lack the creamy, rich taste to it. And again, I mean, the body's a little bit thin to kind of really hold the flavours in, which is kind of a shame. Usually with Baeren you get some good solid lagers from them, solid Schwarz beers, but these two, they're okay. final beer from Shonan Beer. It's their Happy St. Valentine's Day chocolate porter. Definite chocolatey nose to it, slightly bitter. Definitely a hint of porter base there. But definitely a rich chocolate bitter base there. A slight hint of black malt, but it's a shame. Starts with well, finishes off with a limp, yeah, black malt finish. Where's the chocolate, guys? Seriously, Valentine's Day, chocolate. So that's the end of this 3 Beer Thursday for Valentine's. Obviously you can count 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm gonna have to pick a favourite, it's tough. This definitely unique. The Annin chocolate stouts are definitely a unique beer, peculiar, worth a try for that marzipan. And the milk stout from Baeren, it's okay. Chocolate stout does exactly what it says it's supposed to be. The Shonan beer, solid porter, slight chocolate. I'm going to pick one, and thinking about it, it's going to be the Baeren. It offers up the best out of the 4 of what it's supposed to be. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do continue to follow us on Twitter at Tengoku Beer, Facebook BeerTengoku. We have a Patreon. Please check us out. $1 a month would help us a great amount. Check out the podcast beertengoku.libsyn.com on SoundCloud, and see you for the next one. Bye.